My fiance fat shames women on social media, and I'm fat. My fiance and I are both in our 20s, and we live in southern USA. In general, he is a very kind and caring person towards me. This is not to say we have never disagreed or fought. Occasionally, we talk about getting healthier, and I'm taking steps to do so now. I've lost a little weight, and I'm trying. He has also told me on numerous occasions that he is attracted to me and only cares about my health. He says he doesn't care if I lose weight, he just wants me to be healthy, and I'm okay with that. I have felt very insecure about being with him because I felt like he was pressuring me to be someone different. I've told him numerous times that being thin is not a goal of mine, and if he wants a thin woman, he should date someone else. He always declines and says it's strictly about health and not weight, and that he is extremely attracted to me physically. Fast forward to today. He sent me a funny tweet of his. I didn't know he had a Twitter, so I took a little time and scrolled through it. I come across a tweet of his talking about women who are fat being unattractive. I came across several different tweets of him body shaming women that are smaller than me in weight, and I feel these women are more attractive than me. He continuously speaks on specific weight limit that he finds unacceptable, and I am well over that weight limit. I'm not sure what to do here. I feel lost. Did he lie to me, or is this just an internet persona for retweets? I'm not sure, but I feel really icky, and I don't feel comfortable being with him.
I wouldn't either. He's exposing himself.
Yeah.
What a double persona.
Yeah.
So I think the biggest issue here is that your husband, whatever he is really into, whether it's bigger women, smaller women, I don't know. He's confused, but he's a bully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just a bully.
Yeah.
I don't care why he's tweeting those things, whether he means it or not. He's
So bad.
You shouldn't. What?
It's like he took the time to think about it, to go to his phone
Right.
on this Twitter that she doesn't know about, which is also
Exactly.
sus.
Multiple
Sus.
tweets.
Multiple tweets.
I'm more weirded out. Like, I'm putting myself in her position. Yes, it hurts to feel confused on the attraction level from your husband, but all that aside, I would be like, I'm dating or married to a bully. Like, what kind of person does fiance? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what? I'm just at a loss for
Yeah.
words
Yeah.
because it just seems like he's shaming women. It's like whether they're skinny, fat, like he just whatever they are. Like, I don't know.
It's wild. If someone told me that they had a weight limit, like, oh, I have a weight limit for, oh God, what does he say? He has a specific weight limit that he finds acceptable. Someone told me that, especially a partner, I would say, well, goodbye then, because there are no guarantees for how much I'm going to weigh. You're either with me for the long haul and maybe 40 pounds more or 20 pounds less.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. So are you in or off the train?
Yeah, I don't get the weight limit thing. So he tweeted about it and she found it.
Yeah. Or no, he continuously speaks on a specific weight limit, speaks to her about it.
He
Why
tells
is
her
such a thing to him?
He tells her about a weight limit that she exceeds.
That he finds acceptable.
So he's trying to subtly tell her, like, you need to get down to this weight.
Yeah. And she says, I'm well over that weight limit. It's just wild. Here is something that I found researching too, because of we had the other story about the coworkers. And I really just wanted to educate myself on fat shaming and see, the larger picture behind it. Because I've dealt with, I've been called fat a lot. I've been body policed by family. Are you sure you want to eat that?
What?
I've had a lot of this. And when looking into this, people always think oh, fat shaming, it's going to cause people to eat less or recognize they have a problem or change their ways. Exact opposite. It causes people to gain more weight, become more unhealthier, become more depressed, and therefore typically eat more. Don't fat shame. There's no benefit to fat shaming.
Yep.
And I'm sure there's, an argument for skinny shaming. There's no benefit to that. So don't fucking body shame people.
Yeah. Period.
Period.
Yeah.
Period. I'm so against any body shaming. And I'm just sitting here really mind fucked. So I feel really bad for her because I can't even imagine how mind fucked she feels.
Yeah. A fiance
Someone
Do
you're
you like
agreeing to
me or
you're about
not?
to spend your life with?
Yes.
Girl.
And I'm just
I'd be
confused.
running.
I would be.
I'd be
yeah.
running.
How dare you speak to me that way?
Yeah, and also
Yeah.
like I'm in her shoes too. Like, are you attracted to me or not? I don't get it because
Yeah.
all signs point to no.
Well, it's almost like he's gaslighting her.
Yes.
Like it's almost like he's gaslighting her. Like, no, I'm only attracted to you, but I like skinny girls. Like,
And then it's like finger pimping about it.
like where
It's like a thing for him.
there's a disconnect where you
yeah.
almost wonder if it's like, is he with her then as like a fetish?
Right.
Dude, that I didn't want to say that, but I
Yes.
was like, I
Yes.
feel like there's
Yeah.
something
Or
weird
he's trying to
there.
convince himself that he is into skinnier girls. I don't know because it reminds me of like, have you ever noticed? I've noticed this a couple times, not always, obviously, but guys will say they have a type. They'll say they like brunettes.
Yeah.
And they'll only date brunettes. But then guess what? They cheat with a
Blonde.
Or, you know what I mean? So it's
Someone
like,
that's opposite.
yes. And I'm not saying this is all the time, obviously, but I've just seen this in a few different instances where it's like polar opposite.
Yeah.
And so it's interesting. It's almost, I can't tell if he's trying to convince the world that because he's ashamed
He's
of his
trying to-
attraction or something. I don't get it.
That could be it.
Yeah.
He could be trying to like play this other person on the internet, like to fit into what societal expectations would be.
Exactly.
What beauty is, what, you know, the media
is.
what the media portrays as acceptable weight wise. And, you know, there's a lot to be said about that. And the
Right.
media really controlling what we find attractive. And so, yeah, maybe he's trying to play into that and just like fit in. But yet he loves this person at the same time. But it's like, he doesn't want to be ostracized by friends, family, society.
Right. It's too hard. What's her question? Her question's like, what should I do? Or what? I don't know what to think. She's kind of like open.
Yeah, it's just in relationship advice. So she's just kind of writing this problem and she's like, I don't know where to go from here. I feel lost.
Yeah.
I feel really icky and I don't feel comfortable being with him, which I wouldn't either.
Oh my gosh.
Like
Yeah.
that.
And like I just think back to like the shame and guilt of just like whatever that is, you
Yeah.
know, whatever is being placed on you, you carry that around. Okay. And then like just being in the world of working with energy and like breath work and stuff, one of the big things is that the weight that we carry in our bodies is a representation of the energetic weight that we also carry. So like you said, it's like if he is fat shaming her and like other girls online because he's living in this place of thinking that like, let's just go with that. This is how, because guys could get away with talking like that, you know, or like around the guys or something like that.
Yeah.
And now it's trickling over because it's so embedded into like how he perceives women. / I want to know what he weighs, by the way.
I'm curious. Yeah, like I mean, not that it like it's just
Not
like
that it- yeah, but I
not
get
that
what
it
you're
matters,
saying.
but it's like, is it like the pot calling the kettle or
You know what
whatever
I'm
that
saying?
saying
Get like
is?
a bigger, like fuller picture of like, where is this coming from? Like, why is he so focused
Maybe he's
on the
insecure
weight
about
thing?
himself.
That's
Well,
what I'm saying.
There's so many
Yeah.
questions I have because like, what is her sex life like?
Yeah.
Like, is he into her? You know, because you can tell.
Yeah.
You know, for the most part. So like, is he touchy with her? Is he loving?
Yeah.
Right.
Is he distant?
Right.
Is sex lacking? Because
Yeah.
if
Right.
so, then maybe
Yeah.
there's an attraction issue. But if he's
Right.
all over you, I mean, you can never know, you know? But
Right.
but there's just
Yeah.
so many questions I have in terms of
Yeah.
what that relationship looks like. Are they happy? Other than this, are
I
they
know,
happy?
like what's the sexual side of things?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
And
know.
like poor girls like say like I don't it's like you don't want to be having sex and you feel icky.
Right, and you're just thinking of what you think he wants, and
That's-
you know you're not that.
And
You
that's
have to
what's gonna
put
be in her
yourself
head.
first.
Yes, put yourself first,
Yes.
because in your head going forward, every time you have sex or there's that intimacy, do I look fat in this position? Does he think I look gross?
Does he wish I was thinner?
Does he wish I was thinner? Like he just like riddled away at everything you kind of are, your confidence. And I think they're like, you need to trust people that you're intimate with. At least for me, like that's my experience. Like I have to be very trusting of that person. Cause like I'm not comfortable in my body. Like I have body image issues. And so to be naked and to be vulnerable with someone, it takes a lot of trust.
So
Totally.
much.
And he's broken that by what he's putting out on the internet and what he's saying to her.
The more we talk, I don't know how she can marry him.
Same.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know how she can go through with it. I hope she reads this.
And something clicks.
You got to figure it out. I'm not saying you can't marry him, but we got to get to the bottom of these things first and figure out.
Yeah.
That's deep stuff.
Yeah, he needs therapy.
This one was posted a month ago. I will try to reach out and see what the update is.
Yeah.
I would love to know that.
I know.
You can't. You're going to be so unhappy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like that is just like, if you don't address it now, it's just going to get more and more like.
It's going to fester
It's
inside of
gonna
you.
hurt more.
Yeah. And then it like you see it over and over. It's like, what if she goes to the extreme of like losing all that weight?
Yes.
And then it's still not healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Now she's
No.
overcompensating. She's like in that place of like trying to be so skinny all the time.
She's going to try to
Yeah.
adjust to his expectations.
Well, and here's the thing. Like, he's saying all of this and like the argument of like, I just want you to be healthy. However, we know like models are stick thin, but models aren't necessarily healthy.
No.
Models can have high cholesterol. Models can, whatever. Like, I just saw a video of a TikTok model who was like, we are genetic, like, I don't want to say mutations, but she's like, we're genetic abnormalities. Like, we are genetically this thin. But to take a regular girl and to try to make yourself this thin, you're killing yourself.
Literally.
And so she also points out the fact, she's like, models aren't healthy. We can have high cholesterol and
Low
all
bone
of this.
density.
Yeah, like all of these issues. And on the flip side, like, you can have someone who might be like societally perceived as overweight, but can still have cardiovascular endurance, great cholesterol. You don't know what's going on physiologically inside of each person.
Right.
So in the name of health, like, who's to say where she's at isn't healthy?
Right.
Right.
Right. That's true.
Like, and we each have such different like like our bodies are all literally
So different.
structured so differently.
Totally.
Yeah,
So-
our chemical makeup is like, our DNA is unique to us.
Yeah.
And our bodies work in that same unique way.
Right. And it's like, and some people, it's like they are healthy at a bigger weight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like that's just that's healthy.
It's different. There's so many things that are factored in. That's a good
Yeah.
point, though. Who's to say?
Like what
We
healthy
don't know.
is.
Yeah.
Are you doing blood work?
Yeah.
Right.
Shut the fuck up if you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like people cannot just keep going unwarranted around just being like, well, it's about your health. It's like,
How do you know I'm not healthy?
Yeah.
Like, I hate, like, I feel bad using Lizzo as an example because I know she doesn't want to be the poster child for like body positivity. So I don't like mean to use this as an example, but I think it is like, look at the way she can get up on stage, do a fucking full show performance, dance, sing at the same time. I can't even walk up a flight of stairs without being out of breath. And this woman is belting at the top of her lungs and fucking dancing for hours. You can't tell me she's not fucking
on
healthy.
fleek.
seriously.
Like-
and then carrying like that beautiful weight.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
she carries it so well.
Right.
It's just, I just don't comment on people's bodies. Like, we've been saying this whole episode, like, if it doesn't affect you, you don't need to speak on it. Like,
Right.
let people live their lives. You be happy in yours.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Let's
agree.
go.
Right.
Which
Let's go.